Hi everyone, it's Talisa from Talisa and the Traveling Trio. It's been a long time since I've last recorded a video, so I kind of just wanted to do a life update, I guess. It's 2019, it's February 13th. Life has been poo. Life's been pretty poo for us. I guess you can say our life and traveling life is going to be put on hold for quite some time. One of the kids is sick. They are being hospitalized. By the time I upload this video, tomorrow will be Valentine's Day. That child will be having a bone marrow transplant because I don't know, like I can't even still understand it myself. All I know is that my child's bone marrow is failing, and that child doesn't seem sick, but that child is sick when you run test results and you get it back and it says, hey, low blood counts, low white cell counts, everything. So it's like, to me, it took time for me to actually absorb it and take it in and be like, okay, like this is actually really serious. Sorry, I'm moving around so much. I just redid my hair. This is an old wig that I had used when I went away. I think I used it in the Bahamas, and I've had my natural hair rocking it out. I'm like, yeah, it's time for me to stop rocking my natural hair and just do something with this. I could just pull it up, pull it back, do something with it. Sorry about the camera and the focus and whatnot. My camera's acting real crazy lately. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So I'm not going to say which child it is because that child doesn't want to be treated differently, and I have to respect my child's wishes. That much out. I have to respect my child's wishes, and you know, as mommy, do what they want me to do to protect their innocence and to just give them their privacy. So there'll be some things that I can say, and there'll be some things that I won't say because I have to clear with the child first. Like I said, my kids run my life for the most part. One child will be donating bone marrow tomorrow to their sibling, and so right now I'm getting ready to head to the hospital, and that's where we'll be staying. But I guess I'm more so making this video to kind of reach out and seek out other parents so that you can tell me how you've dealt with handling having a child that's severely sick. I kind of want to seek out other parents and see how they deal with situations like this, because I'm finding it really hard to maintain a normal life for the other children. So I personally feel like it's not fair to penalize the other two kids that are not sick and tell them, hey, you guys can't do this anymore, you can't go here anymore because your other sibling is sick. So I try to keep life as normal as possible for them. As a mom, I try to bend over backwards, and it's like, okay, you still want to go to recital at school, you still want to go to the movies. I try my best to accommodate everybody, and I feel like I'm stretching myself really thin, and I know that's not going to work out for long because this other child who's in the hospital 24/7, I have to make time to be there also. And then for that child to stay in the hospital overnight by themselves, these are kids. They don't want to be by themselves. They still want love, attention, and affection. My children have been together 24/7 from birth. They've never been separated. This is the first time any of us have been separated, and it's just hard to deal with. And I don't want any of my children to feel like they're being neglected, but I also have to make sure that they're all safe, they're all happy, and they'll have what they need. And on top of not neglecting them, I still have to go to work. I have to go to work to make money to pay my bills. If I don't do that, we'll be living on the street and we won't be traveling anywhere. We'll be living in a cardboard box on Cardboard Lane. And it's sacrifices that being a single parent, I know I have to make, but I really just finding a very hard time trying to balance it all. So that's kind of why I haven't uploaded any videos. I haven't worked on this channel. I haven't done anything at all. Haven't traveled anywhere. That's a go figure. The last trip we did was to the Bahamas. But other parents out there, like if you have a child that's severely sick and you have multiple children, please let me know down in the comments, what exactly do you do to make everything mesh together and life just seem as normal as possible, even though it's not. That child has a mutation in both of their DNA ligase for chromosomes. My child has DNA ligase for syndrome and aplastic anemia. So the bone marrow transplant is supposed to fix the aplastic anemia, apparently. But yeah, it's rare. That child is apparently number 36 or number 37 in the world to have this condition. The oldest known, not person, but the oldest known case for this condition is only 10 years old, so it's still something relatively new. The way how it was explained to me, it kind of seems like it's like sickle cell, but it's not sickle cell. So there's really not much more I can go off of other than hope that the bone marrow transplant tomorrow helps to bring back up that child's immune system and they can be safe and happy and we can resume back our normal lives with the occasional monitoring of going back to the doctor and having them check blood counts and just making sure that they're okay and the child is safe. And I'm just passing on the information to you guys. So if anyone has any information and you can educate me about it, I would really appreciate it so that I know exactly what I'm dealing with. To my knowledge, the bone marrow transplant only cures one of the issues, but the other one is something that'll be with that child for the entirety of their life. It's not a death sentence, but things would have to be done differently with that child just a little bit. To me, it doesn't feel like it would be major changes, but I know certain things like that child can't be exposed to radiation anymore. So God forbid that child breaks an arm or something. I think they said that child can't have an x-ray. Yeah, x-rays is a no-no. They have to try to find other ways to get the scan of the child's body that doesn't use radiation or a very low form of radiation, because that child's cells is sensitive to high forms of radiation. I know that I'm sitting here, I'm talking about the situation, I seem very mellow about it and cool, calm, and collected, but I'm really not. Inside of me, I do have a lot of turmoil about the situation. I've had times where I'm in the hospital and the child's having a procedure and I have to find a corner to sit down and cry, just wonder like, why is this happening to my child? But I'm slowly finding ways to work through it so that I'm less frantic and like less emotional about it, because I'm a very emotional person. If something is wrong with me or if I don't like something, believe me, it is written all over my face. There's no changing that, and I don't want to scare my child. I really don't. So it's like, I know that I personally have to be strong for my child so that they can be strong to get through this situation in the process. Because where I come from, the Caribbean people are like, this is a lesson that you have to learn, and it's just something that you have to go through. It's going to mold you all as people and as a family. I don't know what the lesson is. I haven't learned it yet. I hope I learn it quick, and I would just really just want to move past this situation and just hope for the best for my child. I want my child to come out perfectly fine. Like, my child was born perfect. I would like for my child to continue being perfect, but that's all a mother can ask for, right? So my support system, I have great family, a lot of friends. It's like, I'm the kind of person, when I have an issue, I like to talk. Like, I'll talk things out just to find a solution, or I'll take a drive and stay on my head and just come to conclusions like that. So my friends and family have been really great about sitting there and listening to me and just letting me vent, because a lot of the times it's not just the child that's going through this medical issue, it's the parent also, it's the other children, and sometimes you just need to freaking vent. Have a mommy's time out. You need to go out. Like, I've tried to find happiness and joy in doing simple things such as doing the laundry and just dancing in the laundromat just to get my mind off of my current situation, because it's painful when you can't help your child. You want to take away that pain from your child. You yourself as a parent want to go through what your child is going through just to take it away from them, because you feel like it's not fair to them. They didn't ask for this. no one wished for this. It just sort of happened. My child has been pulled out of school. The child hasn't been there for a while. So in the hospital, they do have teachers that come in and teach the child so that they can try to stay on track with school. But I really don't know what's going to happen with that either, because it's kind of hard to focus on schoolwork when you have an underlying health problem. So like I said, I'm getting ready to go to the hospital to be with this other child, and I'm bringing the other children with me because this will be the last day that that child can spend with their siblings, because once they have the bone marrow transplants, they can no longer interact because their counts for their white blood cells and the blood cells and everything that makes their immune system is going to be very low. So they won't be able to interact with their siblings or any other children. I started a separate email for the kids. It's the travelingtriokids@gmail.com to start a pen pal program for that child that's in the hospital, so they don't feel so alone because they can't be around any kids. So if you, your child, or somebody you know just wants to be a pen pal to either the kid that's in the hospital or the ones that's here with me in the house, please feel free. Send us words of encouragement, send us tips, send us things to read so we don't get bored. If you have any information about this particular condition, or you know someone, any information, that'd be great. Pass it on to us. Really appreciate it. Other than that, I'm going to end the video here. It's Talisa and the Traveling Trio. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tell a friend. Bye.